I don't know how you got online so fast. As soon as I hit the go live button, it came up as you with a comment. So you must have predicted it, because I hadn't even started the chat yet. Unless you got an alert that something was happening. Who are you waiting? Mario, click! Refresh, refresh, refresh. Thanks for joining me, Mr. Krasga. Yeah, magic. So, I've never made one of these before, so you'll have to work with me, you know, or for me, one of those things, you know. Alright, and hopefully the battery in the camera lasts long enough. So, what do we got? Robert Roy, what's up? My brother. So, I have to be able to cut these onions a nice thick slab out of this without cutting my fingers. Now, I just sharpened this knife, as you know, the other day. So, I'm kind of worried about my fingers here. Nice. All right, let's get that other piece in here. I tell you, a dull knife is a way to hurt yourself, because this knife is sharp and it did its job. Look how big that onion is. I hope I cut this the right way, because that would be a bummer if it fell apart the wrong way. All right. Adams Eats, welcome. Apologize if you've been on and I don't remember you, but I don't remember you coming on one of the live chats before, so if you've been here, welcome back. If you haven't, thank you for joining. Alright, somehow I gotta be able to get the onion out without destroying it, so I'm gonna get a small knife and kind of core that out. And hope I don't start crying. I've only seen a picture of this, so you'll have to, again, bear with me as I try to figure out how to do this without destroying anything. It's separating. It's separating. Yeah, you know why? I think that's like that because it broke. I think it's like that because I've had it for a good week anyway, and it starts to grow that stuff. I think I gotta cut this again. I think that's part of my problem. So let me see if I could do it again without cutting a digit. It'd be funny if the knife was upside down and I hit that like that. Well, not funny, haha funny. That would be awesome. I mean, it's broken. Could you imagine that stuffing that with meat and then wrapping that? I think that's going to be the big one. I'm getting a little audio feedback because my tablet volume isn't all the way down here. Carol, good evening. Thank you for joining. My regulars are here. See that, Carol? I kind of broke it, pulling it off, but the idea is to get the meat in there and put one of these in here, put this here, and I could break it open. It's not the end of the world. That might actually help me. But, yeah, so let me separate these out. You know, with the extras, I can make onion rings or cut them up and make a sauce or something. Wow, that's a thick shell. All right. Let's see what else I got here. Yeah, those are all go fine. I'm going to get a separate plate or bowl and put those in. Or actually, put all of them there because I have to work with some stuff I have here. And as mentioned, I've never made this before if you're just joining. So, almost, what do you mean almost bedtime? You're gonna make me make this a part series or something? Okay. Hold on 1 second. So, I got some fresh beef here. Let me open this up. I might make 2 of these and just put one in the fridge and keep it, or I could do a part 2 and put it in the air fryer. But I think I'm going to grill these tonight. Unless people want to see air fryer action, then I could do that too. And this is about 1.3 pounds, I think. So what do I want? About a 1/3 pound, maybe, of beef here. See how that looks. I think that's enough for my burger. Maybe a little bit more. Is that what I heard? More beef, Mario, more beef. The driver of the Amazon vehicle moved it over, and different animals have been feasting on it. The animals here can find anything. I was pulling in my driveway, a mouse ran across my driveway, and a hawk or an eagle, something just went boom, swooped it up and went there. I wouldn't say it's well trained. Okay. Is that 4 slices? If that's 4 slices, that's good. Yeah, 4 slices. She doesn't want one of these, Carol. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Wipe my hands again. I wonder if this is enough to do 2 burgers. So if I do 2 burgers, I need to cut some more meat out of here. Half of this will be 0.6 pounds. Yeah, you know what? What the hell? You guys drive a hard bargain. That might be too much, though. I have to package that up later. 2 burgers, maybe a little too much. I don't know. We can always add, right? Adam, it's not mine. Jack, who frequents my page, and maybe he'll be on, or his alter ego, and he told me about this, and I've been meaning to do it for so long. So what we're gonna do, get some cheese here. Normally I'd eat a piece of cheese while I'm going, but this is all I have left because we ate some yesterday, and Donna picked this up yesterday. I already washed it. Just gonna pull this tag off. The other cheese grater we have is too fine, so I'm going to get this all ground up. Never know too much meat. I could have done, you know, I could have just made this without the cheese inside and then just laid a piece of American on top. But cheddar is better. I want to eat that piece of cheese right now, but like I said, my hands have been touching the raw meat. The last thing I want to do is give myself some food poisoning. All right. That is a lot of cheese. That's more than enough, huh? All right, let's mix these all up together so we can get some beef in there. I think I'm going to be adding more beef. We'll see. I should have laid this all flat and put the beef in it, but oh well, right? How's that look? I think that's plenty of meat for two. Okay, let's cut this in half. About there. Now this is going to be the interesting part. I've got to get this and make it some tube meat. Maybe the best thing to do is to find the onion that fits inside, but now I've touched it with my hands, so I got to use that one. This one. Bear with me. Again, this is new for me. Let me see. Since this is cracked open. How's that look? Nice? Nice. Yeah, I am, Adam. My parents are straight over from Italy, although I speak very little Italian. The biggest problem I have right now is how am I going to wrap this properly, because as you wrap this, the bacon fills up that hole in the center, and I might have to use some toothpicks to hold this together. I'm going to end up getting sloppy here because that center hole is too small for this. And I guess 2 pieces are not enough. Try to seal it with a bit. You saying dunk it in an egg after, Carol? I didn't get that sealed right on this side. Here we go. I think what I'm going to do for the sake of the pain is I might just make one in the onion and one in the burger. How about that? Okay. Let's get one more in here. I'll tell you, this is going to make an interesting photo for the video itself. I saw the photo that Jack forwarded over to me. It was amazing looking. Okay, is that to your satisfaction, everyone? How's that? Hey, Kirby. So what I did was I took a 3-inch onion and I cut a big section out, and then I put a smaller onion inside and put beef all inside, beef and cheddar. So one of these beef and cheddar balls right here. And it's inside, and then again the onion inside. This I've touched with my hands, so now I can't do anything with it. Hey, Donna, can you do me a favor and get the other pack of bacon? The other pack of bacon. Oh, I mean, cut open the other pack of bacon for me. You know what? That's all right. I could. It's here. I could probably do it. It's all right.
You want me to do it?
No, it's all right. I wonder if I could cap it. No, see that? I used the biggest onion there. All right. Let me see if this will fit in here. See how that looks, Kirby? This second onion isn't as big. If I cut up in the new one, it would be. But, or if I used less meat, maybe. Yeah. Ta-da, number 2. All right, I gotta wash my hands because I gotta handle the other bacon. For those of you just joining me, and Kirby, you had mentioned it, this was the onion. I cut open a big section, so the outer section was the outside of this last burger. And then I took like 3 rings in or something, and it became the center section. I didn't really prep for this. The only thing I prepped was taking everything out of the fridge and then starting the live feed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces. I was thinking of doing 1 in each, but I don't know if I'm going to do both today like that. You know something, Kirby? If I had thought about it, this would have been a good collab. Sorry, I should have thought of that. I know we talked about it. Okay. This should be interesting to try to get 4 pieces through that center. Waiting for Curb to answer back. Make sure he's not upset with me. Sorry, Curb. Should have thought of it. But glad you're here. Trying to think what time it is over there right now. You're what, 3 hours? So was it 3 o'clock over there? Get that in there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink how I do these if I do them again. They're hard to make, that's for sure. I'm always up for collabs. I just started one this week. Video comes up Friday. Excellent. Look forward to it. All the meat is not covered there. I hope that doesn't become an issue. There they are. Let's get most of this stuff out of the way. How's that for a close-up? Let me grab my other phone. Give me 1 second. I need to take a picture of these things at least. Otherwise, some people may not forgive me. Let me do the 1. Come on. Yeah, this thing is big. So these things are about, wow, these things are coming close to 5 inches in diameter. Gonna be going mobile. I'm going mobile. it's tangled. It's because I threw it in a pile and I didn't untangle it first. There we go. Big old meat donut. Yeah. I didn't know what I should call it because it's not a donut. But the titles, you can only do so much with it. All right, let's see if I can move this without disconnecting everybody, because that would be a shame. There's another close-up. Booyah. Okay. We're locked and loaded. Okay. Loose on this. I didn't tighten it up enough. I have to hold it with one hand. Okay, let's close that up. I would make both of them right now, but I can't eat two of those things. Would you guys be highly upset if I put one away and did that in an air fryer maybe tomorrow or in another day? Or do you just want to see it done in the air fryer? I could easily shut off the grill. Let's wait to see who says what. Not at all. So what would you guys like to see? You guys good with the grill today? I haven't done grill in a while on video, so that's what I'm thinking. What I can do is I can later batter one in what? What I could do is after this video is over, I could download the entire video and then edit it and add an air fryer piece. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for that grill to get nice and hot. Oh, I see what you're saying. When you said battered, and the first thing that was going through my head was just an egg batter, like oh, I'm trying to remember who said that to me. Was it Carol, perhaps? Okay, let's get this in here. That'll should be enough for Taco Tuesday, since usually we only have a little bit of it, and the rest goes towards nachos and all that other stuff. Gonna let the air out of this. Yeah, if you guys, I've mentioned this a few times before, you be sure to check out Kirby's page after all this. Great page. Okay, got the extra sausages and beef in there. Head Jack. A little late to the party, don't you think? You know, I could make onion rings. I don't know if I want to deal with the batter, though. What was I looking for next? I have to bag something else. I am going to put one of these away, to be honest with you. It's just too much to cook today. Let me see what I have for something. Maybe I'll put it in tin foil and freeze it and bag it. Wasn't really thinking. I could do the either corn or broccoli or make some onion rings. This is kind of, usually when I do videos, I'm only thinking about one product. In live, I usually don't make more than one thing. But if you guys think I should do onion rings, I could do that. I could whip up a quick batter, I guess. Okay, let me wrap that up in tin foil. This is the island I made, if you don't already know. Okay, let's grab this bad boy. You know, I do not have rolls big enough to house this monstrosity. I might have to go to a sub roll and cut it down. Please fit, please fit, please fit. Hey. Wondering if I should freeze this or not. I'll put it in the fridge right now, and then I'll worry about if I'm going to freeze it after the video. There we go. What do you guys think? I'm wondering if I should like baste this thing with some sort of sauce, some type of barbecue sauce after. What do you think? Do you think that grill's nice and hot by now? I'm thinking I should cook. If you freeze it, it'll be easier to batter when you fry it. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what you're thinking as far as battering it with what. Okay, I got this sucker in hand. To be honest, I don't know how long I should cook something like this. It would really suck to drop this right now. Excuse me. Okay, that thing's saying about 640 degrees. It's poking up. 580 maybe. Okay, here we go. And the sizzle is there. I have to get that fire out. I'm actually going to turn down the heat after this gets going. I think the key here is going to be slow and steady. I don't even know how I'm going to flip that thing yet. Yeah, season, flour, and egg. All right. Geez, I'm trying to think how long I should cook it before I flip it. I don't want to keep switching the camera back and forth, so you might have to deal with some jittering here. Maybe I should just make broccoli have something healthy today rather than onion rings. What's this? Sorry, I might have missed a few. Thank you. You can dip it. Weight about 10 pounds. Seasoned flour and eggs. Whereabouts you live? I am from Massachusetts. If you're not familiar with the towns, just think not too far from Boston. I'm about I don't know, on a Saturday early morning, I'm probably half hour to 45 minutes to Boston. Cheese was starting to get warm. As you can see, it's kind of falling apart on the stove here. I wish I had made the batter beforehand, Oh, cool. I'd love to visit. Where are you from, Adam? I think I've been on your page before. It just sounds too familiar. It's a very distinct channel name. Okay. You know what? I didn't check the clock. Let me set the timer for another 3 minutes, just in case I'm preoccupied. I can't read the screen. I don't, oh, someone else from the UK. I tell you, UK is my biggest audience. You know, I look at my videos. It's the majority is the US, but all these lives have been UK. Wow, it's already been 31 minutes. I got to worry about my battery life here. This chews up the battery. I wish I would have paid attention about dimming the screen. Let me see if there's an option for that. Live, celebrate. They have these different things. Different, oh, fancy little celebrate. Footwork, goal, beam, blush. What's this one? Slate, nor, goal. Oh, I don't know. All right, we're gonna go back to normal. Yeah, I believe it, Adam. Jack, did you say that weighed about 10 pounds? You know, I was saying I probably put a third pound of beef there, and the onion and the bacon. It's probably deceiving. I'm not even sure how to flip this thing. I mean, I should only flip it once, maybe twice, but depending. But let's take a look. Yeah, I don't even think it's ready to be flipped. I'm curious to see what it looks like underneath, to be honest with you. Yeah, I forgot to spray this grill down, and that's what's gonna get me. I usually spray it down with I got Pam for grills. That one piece of bacon. Should have bought a pair of tongs out here. Let's see how much I can burn myself here. The camera is not focusing for some reason right now. I think I got it too close to the heat. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I didn't see the comments that just got left. I think I'm gonna have to get like another spatula to do something here, because it's starting to come apart. I should have toothpicked it, I think. I'm gonna go inside and grab a pair of tongs just in case. I think, I don't know what you guys think, but I think the length of time, as soon as the bacon looks good, I think I'm gonna call it. This is all I got for bread. Like I said, I forgot all about it. This thing's having problems focusing. Hold on, let me wipe the lens. This is a shorter, fatter one. Why are you not focusing? Sorry guys, I'm not sure why it's having, there we go. It's looking at something else. I must have hit the screen for the focus points. I think we're good now. Yeah, Kirby makes some great stuff, and now he's kicked it up a notch with his new video stuff going. Kirby, I've been messing with the dual feeds all day today. Or not all day, but part day today. But I don't know if I like the idea of bringing a laptop in here. I think I'm just going to do it like this. And I don't know, I'll cut off the ends because I know that's going to be too big. It'll hang over, nothing I can do about it. Okay, not quite sure how to flip this thing. Oh boy, it's sticking again. That bacon still has a ways to go. Looks nothing like that picture, Jack, I tell you. Not yet, anyway. I think what I gotta do next time is make the hole in the center larger. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, anyone. This grill, I regret buying this one. My first cheap grill was the best. Then I bought a big stainless and that thing fell apart, and then I bought this one. There's a 2-burner grill, and it's too big for a 2-burner. There should be a 3-burner. It should have a 3rd burner, shared burner or something like that, because it cooks so uneven everywhere. You can cook it on indirect heat. Take a bit longer cooking. You know, you make a real good point there. Maybe I'm going to grab my Pam, spray it, and move it. I know I got it here somewhere. Yeah, I could do that too. I think what happened was there wasn't enough bacon. I thought 2 slices would have been enough, and 4 slices barely made it. So let's turn off. I gotta turn off this grill. Spray the crap out of it, watch it flame up. There we go. I can see the meat poking through there. And you can see the onion coming through. I think something's kind of exploding. So we turn up the heat a little bit on that side. I wonder if I could leave I think the heat probe would be probably useless right now, right? At least might give me an indication of how much the meat. Last time I bought one of these, and it broke like the second time I used it, so this is actually another one. You see beef, 155. This is upside down, so I'm not quite sure. Will I be able to shut this lid? Nope. All right. Let's poke it through the side here. Wow. Come on. There we go. And it's showing 83 degrees, so I believe that. Oh, maybe I should hit the select button. It's saying 110 now. Make sure I didn't miss any text. Yeah, Kirby, this thing all of a sudden, the third time, it said 550 degrees. I was like, okay, something's broken. It's probing time. Get the gloves on. Snap. Let's see if I can see this text. Finish it in the air fryer. Problem. Well, yeah, David, I think I responded to that already, but yeah, it might not be a bad idea. But I also, for comparison, I think I want to cook this in the air fryer, and I'm going to put it on a little elevated stand in the air fryer, so that grease strips away just like it can on the grill. All right, indirect. It's slowly climbing. I'm curious about the bacon. The bacon's cooking. That's one big burger. I have no idea how the hell I'm going to eat even half of that thing. Although I did eat 2 sausages wrapped in cheddar and bacon. What was that? Yesterday? That was tough. I would go over the turtle and show you its demise, but I'll probably get banned on YouTube for doing that. For those of you who don't know, just joining, I saw the Amazon has their own delivery trucks now, and as he pulled into my roundabout here, instead of going around towards the right, he went around left and he ran over something. And I heard a big pop, and whoever was on my live chat yesterday said, "What was that?" And I looked, and the guy ran right over the turtle. Well, the guy never knew what was going to hit him. It's saying 126, so it's slowly doing its thing. I don't know how I'm going to eat this thing, other than carefully. I should probably flip and check this thing, shouldn't I, though? Huh? Take this probe out. It's probably hot. Yep. You betcha. Jesus, even that Pam didn't keep it from sticking. Oh yeah, everything's coming out, cheese and all. I think this was originally, is this originally the top or the bottom? I don't know. Sorry, Jack, it is not going to be a thing of beauty. I think the air fryer, to be honest, David, like you said, that's going to be the way to go. Air fryer does things so well. Give you a tour of my yard. And the bulkhead that needs to be replaced. Who even needs a bulkhead? I mean, I got two door. Oh, there's a little frog. Yeah, that's another good point, Adam. I don't doubt it for 1 second. I wonder how you cook something like this. You know, you want to go slow, but you want that bacon to crisp up. So maybe it's cook slow and then crisp it up at the end. Ah, this thing is going out of focus again. I don't know what the deal is today with this. This might have also been done good on a frying pan or something like that, and then cover it up so that the sides can toast up. I think the air fryer is going to be the thing to do. It's getting there. Oh, I forgot to put the probe back in. Release the probe. I am going to go inside and get the bread, so I'm prepared. Good thing this wasn't the collab video, Kirby. It would have been a mess over here. I'm gonna stick this bread up top. It'll toast it nice and slow. Oh, I was gonna say I'll use the swing, but that's what that stays on. Oh well. I guess I'll just hold it. See if I missed anything. Buddy saying anything. Hot. Too hot. You know what? I should have did that too, David. Full of ideas today, huh? Add a little more fat to the burger, right? You know, this wasn't well thought out. I just saw the picture that Jack sent me. Jack, who's on the call, on the horn here now, and I said, "Oh, that's not bad. Onions, you know, this, that, and the other thing." It's actually, if you've never done it, it's awkward. I guess someone who always barbecues and does this kind of stuff is great, but you know, back in August, which almost a year ago, I didn't have an air fryer. I always had a grill, but that's when I started changing the way I did things. That's why I prep really good before my live streams. Yeah, I hear ya. My prep today, more cooking WD-40. My prep today, Kirby, was just taking all the ingredients and then putting them on the stove, although I didn't have enough bacon because I had no idea. If I had had an idea what was going on, I would have just made one for today's live video and then made another one tomorrow for another lunch live video in the air fryer, because now people are going to miss out. It'll force them to come back and watch this one, which is not a bad idea in itself. We are at 151 degrees. Let me check this bread out. It can go a little longer. Bacon's starting to look pretty good. How do you go live, on phone or webcam? So I've only done live with the exception of yesterday's test with my webcam on my Google Pixel 2 XL. But I'll tell you, this thing heats up, and it's already it was a full charge before I started, and now it's at 50%. So I won't be cooking any veggies live tonight, I don't think. Okay, this thing's at 153 degrees. You know what that means. Let me check that bread again. Hey, Foodborne Network. Ooh. Ooh. Not my brightest hour, Foodborne Network. Alright, 155. There it is. Ooh, that thing's on fire. Let's move that over. That thing's gonna be hot. I'm gonna flip it over here, see what it looks like. Yeah, a lot of the beef is just coming out of there. I'm gonna sit it there for a couple minutes, and I'm gonna take it out. Meat donut. It's the best way to describe it, though, isn't it? I would post it. I'm on the phone. Otherwise, I'd share the screen and post a picture of what this thing looks like. You know, I wish YouTube would allow you to share multiple streams from multiple different devices. Like I could have 2 different phones going in on the stream. I'm sure that there's software to do that kind of stuff, or hardware. But all right, I'm gonna turn this thing down and shut off the gas because we already know it's up to temperature. So okay, yeah, I really, you know what I should have did? I was thinking to myself the other day, this would have been perfect size for a bagel. That thing, bagels are usually 4 inches in diameter, and this thing I think we measured at 4.75 inches, almost 5 inches in diameter. Turn that off. See if I can't get Donna to come open the door for me. What do we got here on the stove? My stove has been commandeered. Alright guys, I'm going to move the phone back to the pedestal. Hopefully I don't knock anything off. Alright. I don't know why this thing is having focusing problems right now. Yeah, why are you having focusing problems? That's a new issue. Wonder if it had something to do with the reflections outside today. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Jack, it definitely does not look like what we saw in that picture. But the question is, how's it going to taste? I'll take a picture of this thing. I hate this phone. It's a work phone, but that's all I got. Air fryer, baby. Yep, and Jack, that's tomorrow. Like I said, I wish I had only made one of these today, but I'll have to download this video and do some things. See that? Here's a bagel. You think it's too late to use a bagel? The dog shift. Yes, you are. But you're just in time for me to feed on this. Yeah, this thing, I think it's the steam now coming from the oven that's kind of goofing it up. I don't know how to bite into this thing. It's cooked. Oh, that tastes good. That's delicious. I mean, I cooked it to 155 according to the thing, but it's been sitting. That's medium well. That's the way I like it anyway. Oh. Yeah, we measured it before you hopped on. It's almost 5 inches across. A bagel is only 4 inches. So, but I think the bagel would have been great. And this is cooked, juicy. I'm gonna wash my hands. Bear with me, guys. I'm just getting myself something to drink. Streamlabs and text-to-speech with Android's giving me the sweats. I was setting up Streamlabs OBS today, and that gave me a lot of trouble with my new camera because I was trying to use the software there. I forget the name of it, but it's the Chroma Cam software, and it was giving me a lot of trouble, so I kind of dropped that. That's what I got left of it right here. I'll have to do my my greens afterwards. Such a delay. That's a good onion. Usually we buy the yellow onions. You know, because yeah, yellow onions when we're making sauce, but I picked up those big Vidalia onions. Oh. This thing's tough to eat. The bread is already missing on the bottom. Well, I mean, this was successful in the sense that it's delicious, but a little poor planning by me, I think. Fall apart. Eat some of that onion. That's delicious. And I don't like onions. Beet frying. Yeah, I don't know how to eat this anymore now. So the bottom bread is just saturated right now. So just gonna eat it in pieces. The onion was not crunchy. There was like one crunchy spot where it was really thick, but otherwise it was kind of like in the middle. You want to try the onion? That's the Breville. It's Breville.
No flavor. No flavor. I thought it would have more flavor being wrapped around the bacon.
Yeah. Well, I didn't season the burger at all with anything else.
Oh.
I know some people season burgers. I have never been one to doing that. Well. So, what did we figure out here today? Is I needed to wrap it in more bacon, which means I need a bigger hole in the center, which means this whole thing needs to be bigger. Number one. Number two, more bacon. Indirect cooking. That was a good call. I think otherwise I would have had trouble. Number two. Number three, need bigger rolls, because I'm not making that smaller. What else? Someone said something else. Air fryer. That's the other thing. Deep fry. I don't have anything to deep fry. I mean, I could put it in a pasta bowl and deep fry it that way, but I don't know how well that would work out for the for everything in there. For some reason, this reminds me of Mel Gibson eating raw onions. Lethal Weapon. Wasn't he eating the raw onions just in one occasion just to look crazy? Well, he always wanted to look crazy, but like in one particular scene in front of somebody, I forget. Yeah, it was really good, Kirby. I have to say, I mean, the picture that Jack, who's, I believe he's still on here somewhere, sent me, looked amazing. The bacon was crisp all around. I think the biggest problem I had was trying to flip it on the grill and it was falling apart. If I had wrapped it maybe better, tighter, it would have been different. Or if the onion didn't break and separate into a ring. I probably used too much meat too. I'd say that was, I had a 1.3 pound package and I used about half of that, not quite half. So there were good 1/3 pound worth in there. Is this bread still crunchy? Oh, somewhat. The knock shift, yeah. So I would post a picture that Jack sent me, but I'll probably violate some YouTuber's picture or something like that. But picture what I did. The bacon was perfectly crisp all the way around, like when I do the sausage wrapped bacon. I mean the sausage wrapped in bacon, and it was just perfect crisp. But I think part of that, again, if I had done the indirect cooking, it would have been great. Oh, whose photo? Was that your photo, Jack? Yeah, definitely. You saw the one I did. I did those too. I have like 4 of those videos. The first one I did is sausage and hot dog ones. Yeah. We'll talk offline about that. Are you gonna grill yours? Probably, right? Makes no sense. Or air fry for that matter. We talked about air fry. I don't know why I said that. Oh, Jack, I didn't know that was yours. You did an awesome job. How did you end up cooking that completely? I'm sorry I didn't do you proud with the presentation on it. You did an awesome job on that. So, I don't want to post your picture because that would, that's not what I cooked and mine didn't look like that. So, yes, those were done by me. You did a great job on that. You use a laptop or tablet to see comments we're using. Yeah, so if I show you this, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see picture and a picture and a picture and a picture and a picture. So, because it'll keep seeing itself. We did this the other day. Let me get this pasta off here. Alright guys, 1 second. Hey Donna. Just getting some pasta for the little one. Yes, Dan. Oh, Dan, are you just joining? Sorry, Dan, I thought you were already on earlier. Yeah, so the only thing, Food Porn Network, is that there's probably a 10-second delay, so I'll adjust the camera. Before I didn't use a tablet, I just had, I was using the selfie camera so I could see myself immediately. But the resolution is much poorer. So I decided to start doing it this way. Natalia, come get your pasta. I should test it to make sure it tastes okay. Okay? Let me see. Mmm. It's delicious.
You weirdo.
Yeah, it's weird because right now, if I show you this, you should see picture and a picture. It should just keep showing itself. And it was doing it the other day. And my camera is not cooperating with the focusing. I wonder if it's because of the heat from everything. Let's see if it does it. Come on, picture and a picture and a picture. Okay, you can see it. It's starting to do it. There's just a delay. But right now, directly on the camera, I see several. There you go. Now there's 4, 5, 6, 7 images. Keep repeating itself. Completely in the air fryer, Jack? Alright, well I bow to you. Excellent job on that, because they looked amazing. Now, I don't know where you jumped on. You'll have to tell me if I did how much different I did mine than you. Originally I was going to shred the cheese and mix it in. I was just going to put, like, layered in there, but I think mixing in was the best way to do it, because otherwise the cheese would have just melted off into the grill. What are you laughing about, Kirby? Because I bowed to Jack the way his picture looked awesome, and I want when I make this tomorrow, or if I could do it tomorrow, I want it to look just like what he did. Yeah, that was a good 10-second delay on the tablet. Yeah, I had a small block of cheddar, and I used that. I shredded it up. Just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh, Adams, I missed your thing. Italian recipes. So, the only thing I've done Italian-wise is make my mother's sauce and meatballs. There's two side by side, but it's called Mama Monty meatballs. And I'm going to be making, I have plans to make her meatloaf as well as chicken cacciatore. And I'll have to decide if I'm going to do those live or not. I love doing the live because there's no edit, but trying to keep someone's attention for an hour and a half wouldn't be good. Plus, if in the future, if people want to see it, they don't want to sit through an hour and a half, so I might have to do a live and then, you know, edit it out and repost an additional video just all chopped up, you know what I mean? Oh, what happened? I wonder how stuffed potato would do in the air fryer. So I need to find my camera to cover it. So the stuffed potato, are you talking like just a loaded potato? Because they come out great in the air fryer, and I cook the bacon in halfway through with that. But if you're talking like a twice baked potato or something, I haven't tried that. Yeah, meatloaf. I'll have to decide. I know a lot of people who cook meatloaf actually don't put it in a pan. They put it right in like a cookie sheet. But we've never done it that way. My mother makes, she has a nice clear glass cooking pan. And you could see it cooking and bubbling up and off the side when she makes it. My mother makes an incredible meatloaf. Everything she makes is incredible. Do you ever cook seafood? So the only thing I've ever cooked for seafood is cod in the air fryer. You know, I've done it just salt and pepper, Kentucky Colonel, my own breading, which is similar to Kentucky Colonel, but I also add some other things to it, like some cheese and sometimes breadcrumbs and whatnot. So, you know, I have made like a deep fried breaded shrimp, but my mother also makes smelts. They're those small fish that you just kind of, they're deheaded and the tail's still there, and you can just eat it because the bones are like thread thin, you know, you can just eat them like that, and she deep fries those. Nice. She's been baking them. Last couple of times she's baking them just for the health reasons. But yeah, I've made it before, and you know, she goes, oh, just put a little of this and this, but really what it is it's different what they explain to you than what they actually do. It's because it's so engraved, it's just automatic, you know, that she does this. And sometimes you go to think, oh, how much do I put? Well, I put about this much, you know what I mean? You know, they hold their hand up, I put about this much. Fried smelts, yeah. So, I don't know if we do that on Christmas Eve, or she did it on Christmas Eve, but she does that. She does, you know, it used to be 7-course meals every Sunday, you know what I mean? Just everything. You know, there's like, we get together, there's 7 of us, let's say, and she cooks this big thing of salad, you know, probably a plate like that big, and then, you know, an antipasto sometimes, and potato salad. I don't eat potato salad, it's not my thing. Potato salad, pasta salad, vegetables galore. And my younger brother, GRUBDUDE, he hasn't done any food videos in a long time, but check out GRUBDUDE, GRUBDUDE, on YouTube. He's also got a webpage, GRUBDUDE, and also on Facebook. And what he shows on there is nothing near what he's capable of doing. He just does amazing stuff with his food, and he's not afraid to try anything and succeed at it. So, you know, I hope he starts posting again in YouTube, because it was cool watching his videos back years and years ago that he posted up. What did I miss? You have a nice, warming, calming personality, which people love. Watching you cook easy Sunday with guys. I appreciate that. I'm actually kind of, it's weird how that's the perception I give off, because everybody and people, and I think, what's his name, Dean, who watches me often, I've been always told I got a bad, dry humor, but apparently it works through YouTube, right? Someone, a woman I used to work with, she goes, I never met her, she was in one of our other offices in New York. She's like, Mario, you've got a good radio voice, you should be on the radio. And then you think of that song, video killed the radio star. So basically, you know, good enough for radio, not good enough for TV. Dan Miser. Thank you, Dan, and thank you again, Adam. I'd like to get the multi-cameras going. I have 2 cameras right now. I have my 4K. I posted a 6-minute video yesterday, just testing it out. And I posted like a 1-hour video. It was just a bunch of us, several people who were on here, just talking, shooting the breeze. I know you won't want to listen to an hour and 10, 20 minutes about people talking about whatever. No one ever wants to go back to those. They do it while they're at it. But I'd like to get a camera on the fridge pointing down directly at the food, or maybe I'll hook it on the right above the microwave, and then maybe in the corner here. I don't know if the laptop I have is powerful enough to drive 3 cameras, but I'll need to get USB extensions. My 4K camera is USB 3. I think it requires USB 3, and my laptop, I think, is only USB 2. It's an older laptop. But that's why I wish I could do multiple screens, use the phone, the tablet, other things, just lots of directions, you know. David, let me see, what did David say? Being from New England, you should have some great food. I'm not a big seafood person. It's a lot of it I haven't tried. It doesn't look appealing. Like, I'll eat something, and then when I hear what it is, I'm like, oh, I can't eat that again. It was, you know, obviously calamari, a good calamari, love. Naked Fish had a decent calamari. Who else? Margaritas was okay. Was it margaritas I'm thinking was okay? And there was one place we went recently. It was fantastic. What was it? Where was it? Did we go and had it? It was a steak place. It wasn't Outback. It was Longhorn Steakhouse over in Marlboro, and we had it, and it was amazing. I had it twice here. The first time wasn't as good. The second time I went with my wife, and it was amazing. And then what do you call octopus? What's the fancy name for it? I tried it and I actually liked it, but then when I heard what it was, I'm like, I can't eat it. The best cookies are the ones that are real that make the viewers feel connected. Yeah, I agree with that. I found the cord. Now where is my camera? That's the most important part, right? I have like 3,000 cables here, you know? Curry's a Food Import Network. Yeah, you can't always find it, and I bought these little adapters for my camera, and I lost them, and I found them, and I lost them again. I swear I put them in the same spot every time, right over there. You don't know where I'm pointing, right over there. But I have to do some serious cleanup and organization and throw away some of the older stuff. Camera would have been the easy part. Yeah, I mean, if you have a laptop, Kirby, I don't know your setup. I know you're using the OBS, but maybe you're using the camera and the laptop and plus a separate webcam, or you're using 2 webcams, one or the other, I would assume. But the OBS camera is pretty cool, but I cannot get it to come. It squishes my picture, so I look very slim and shredded. But it keeps compressing the image no matter what I do. I even went into the camera config and programmed it, but it still, it takes my 16:9 and goes to a, was it 3.2, 4.3? 4.3, sorry. Okay. The OBS, I'm setting up profiles, and I was watching how somebody did it. I forget the video I watched. It wasn't OBS, the Streamlabs one, it was another one, but Mario Brothers was his icon, but he set up like 5 profiles, and when he starts it, that's the one where you're waiting the 30 minutes. He just puts that on his page where you wait, and then the next one when he goes live, and then different views, and that's what I'm setting up right now, is different profiles. Right now it's just for the computer. Maybe I'll do a weekly chat or something, or a monthly chat or something, but I think everybody wants to see me cook something. Maybe they'll tolerate a woodworking thing. I have 2 videos that I never videoed. I took lots of pictures and did a couple like 1-minute snippets of the kitchen island I made and the jewelry box I made, and I want to do that. I'll have to do all voiceovers for that. Right, I would have thought the camera would have been the easy one. We got 13 in here. Hit the like button. I know. This is actually. Let me see what this says right now. Actually, it says there's 15 people. That, I think, is a record for me. It's 15. Once they saw the word, I think that's the key. Bacon. You start anything off with bacon, and you get an audience. and you start anything with air fryer. Someone got upset with me. I did my first air fryer breakfast bowl where I used the Buff breakfast bowl maker, and I did it with potato puffs to make like a hash brown bowl, and then I air fried the bacon, the sausage, and something else. But I used a stovetop for the egg and the green peppers because it was convenient. And he was like, "This is misleading. This was you know, switch bait. You know, this isn't an air fryer breakfast." Well, it is. Sausage, bacon, and all that. I've made all this stuff in the air fryer. It's just I only have 2 air fry sources here, so I did what I could that day. Yeah, that's interesting, Jack. I think I saw something somewhere, and I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was OBS, but OBS has this live counter that works. Like you right now, my tablet is saying only 1 person is watching right now, which it's obviously not right. The phone's telling me there's 15. Yeah, 15 and 8 likes. Maybe if I exit out of the chat and go back in, but you would think that they would have a refresh button here, and they don't. It's kind of, I don't know how it is. You could see that there's so many people on, but I cannot. It's what a bummer on that one. Yeah. Natalia, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking up on the little one. I wish you could listen to this. Hey, Jim, Mario, what do you, just generally, for your job, day job? I know it's actually later, but I don't think you ever said. So, Jim, just a little thing back, as I started out my first job back when I was 14 years old. Or at 11 and a half a paper, 14 MIL, which was a parts distribution for Sony, Panasonic, Ramza Techniques. We had microfiche readers, and we would figure out the parts people need and send them out. After that, I started working at Radio Shack, and I also installed security systems. I was like 15 years old, 16 years old. And then I got, alongside Radio Shack, I was working a computer job that I was at over 12 years. I built, with all honesty, I could say over 2,000 computers custom. Some people would buy 1, some people buy 5, some people buy 10, some people would buy 100, some of the bigger accounts. But I was the only guy there in the 12 years. I sometimes would have summer help, but I built the majority of those machines, 2,000 machines. And then I went to an investment company for 2 years where I was just basically a server at help desk. Let me say help desk. I was the only help desk guy for 300 people. When I left, it was 300. And then this job I've been at now 20 years. So I do Windows administration. That's just the side of it. I do virtualization, storage, backup and recovery, disaster recovery. I do it all. In our location, we're down to 2 techs, and I do some Exchange. I don't do a lot with Exchange. I can work around it and make everything work with the iron ports and the incoming mail and stuff like that, but I'm not very fluent with Exchange. I can make it work if something's wrong with it, if given the time. But that's what I've been doing. So virtualization, backup, SAN storage, Brocade, Cisco. I don't do networks. The networks I do is SAN zoning for all the equipment. I've installed, out of the 300 physical boxes that have been there, actually over 300, I probably installed 299 of them myself. You know, now I'm not as young, so I need help, but usually I get them in over my head in the racks, and I install them, I wire them. I did some of the networking for them, but the network guys don't like to be doing that anymore, so they took that away from me. So I kind of do it all. Our company had, when I started, maybe 3,000 employees globally, technically. In the US, so about 1,200, I want to say. We're down to 600 in the US, but globally, there's probably 3,000 now. However, oh, Kirby, cool. We'll have to have a side conversation on that too, about what you're up to. Last July 3rd of last year, so almost 1 year, a French company bought us. We now have I'm now part of a company of 160,000 employees, I want to say. Is that right? I got a letter over there that says how many thousands. Hold on. Sorry about that, yeah. So we went from like 3,000 employees to 160,000 employees overnight. We didn't buy them, obviously. But they're a very large French company. So they want me to go out there to Paris and Dublin, but I'm not much of a flyer, but I think I'm gonna have to go. Yeah. Yeah. That's not necessarily a good thing. Back in the day, my friend's like, oh, yeah, Mario, build me a computer. You know what I used to do? Because they thought they wanted a computer. I would say, Costco, this computer, $600. That way I don't have to build it, I don't have to maintain it. If it's breaking, they deal with them, you know, whether they manufactured Compaq at the time. I've dealt with every brand you can think of for computers. AT&T, Leading Edge, ITT. I mean, I've owned just about, up until about 10 years ago, I had a new computer every 6 months because the guy I worked for, I'd buy a computer, build it, 6 months later, and I get it at his cost. He would charge, I'd pay tax like everybody else, but he would give it to me at his cost because he didn't believe in making money off his employees. And then 6 months later, he would resell my equipment and I would break even pretty much. So I was upgrading every 6 months and I had a new machine every 6 months. And up until 10 years ago, when I built my, you know, a quad core system, and then it broke a year later. So I was in hurry need, so I built a 6-core. And I just built my new RGB system, a 6-core. As soon as the AMD Ryzen 2700X was released, I bought it. I bought it on a new egg through eBay, so it was $50 off. So that's the first system I have built in about 8 to 10 years, I think. I did little upgrades here and there, like SSD, boot OS, but I said, okay, this system should last. And my video processing is so much faster. A 15-minute video would take 45 minutes to not encode, but to render. Now it takes less than the time of the video. And same thing, when I'm exporting, it would take 3 times as long as the length of the video. Now it doesn't. So it was well worth it. I didn't like spending the money on it. I'm cheap in that sense, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Plus, if it lasts me 8-10 years, it's well worth it, right? Self-taught technology. Yeah, pretty much. When I was a kid, and I talked about this earlier, is the little convenience store, like you might have Christie's, or it was called Little Peach, you know, like a Cumberland Farms, a little tiny place, and they were selling a Timex Sinclair 1000, and I put like $10 down on it. And Christmas Day, I went in with the money I got in my stocking from relatives and whatnot, and I grabbed it and I picked it up, and I connected it up. But I always had access to computers in school back then, like the teacher's pet computer, they called them, from Apple at the time. I was never big into Macs. Last time I touched a Mac was in the 80s when I was setting them up for some clients. We have them at work, but it's only by the marketing people, so I have limited exposure. I keep saying to myself, I want to buy a Mac because I really want to learn the system. The problem is, you go to buy something, I say, I want the Mac experience. You buy a Mac Mini and it's $500, let's say, or a refurbishment, $500. But it's got minimal memory, storage is slow, whatever. So I says, okay, I don't want to buy a Mac and buy something crappy and say, oh, Macs are junk. I want to give it a fair shake. So you add 16 gig of RAM, or 8 or 16 gig of RAM. You add an SSD. You get at least a slow i7 or a beefed up, and then you add $1,800. You're like, whoa, wait, for $1,800, I'll invest that in a PC, and I know I'll get 10 years out of it, and I can use it every day for work, you know, and everything else. So that's why I never bought a Mac. In fact, my first Apple product is this iPhone. This is a work provided phone. Work used to provide us with Blackberries. I love Blackberry solely for their keyboard. My last Blackberry was a slider, the Torch. Love that thing. They took it away from me and gave me literally it was a $50 Microsoft, what was it, the 550 phone? 530, I think it was, a 530 or 535. And I'll just checking the battery level here. Make sure I'm not going to lose anybody. No, I got some good battery. So that one had a problem. They couldn't run any software. It couldn't run Link. So they replaced it with the 630. And that thing, one day it would beep. And I said, oh, I got a message. And there were like 17 messages from last month because it would never ring. So they just replaced it with the iPhone because I complained. I said, this doesn't work if you want me to support. Because I'm 24/7. I used to get calls 1 in the morning all the time. So, but now I got a really good staff, especially in Dublin, and they help out tremendously. But I'm on call, and I would work like, get up at 5 for work and get home at 5 from work, you know. And now it's helpful that I work from home. I have to travel 3 to 4 hours a day. I don't have to pay $4,000 to $7,000 in transportation fees, which I pay for, because I pay for gas. I pay to park at the train stations. I pay for the train pass, all that, you know. I think I went on a tirade, sorry. I need to fill this, I'm getting parched. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. Kirby, I got yours. Yeah, Kirby, let's catch up at some point. We'll do a live stream, we'll all talk. I wish we could get in a live stream on YouTube where everybody could hear everybody, you know? I'm looking at a good web designer, if you know any. In the UK, well, I guess they don't have to be in the UK. I registered, in case, my Facebook page was shut down, because I violated a term and Facebook couldn't tell me what it is. So my page with, I had over a year's worth of posts in there. A year I spent posting everything, but it was all my videos starting from 2009, and they shut it down. They said, you violated something. I'm like, well, can you tell me what? They go, right here, and they showed me 100 rules. I'm like, which one of the 100 rules did I violate? So I had to start all over. 10 years ago, I had a fork in the road, and this thing called live calling school or tech school, big tech. You know, Kirby, my brother, same thing. He loves to cook. My brother, GRUBDUDE, Anthony, and he's doing the same thing. And he's a tech now. He does IT support like I do. But if he wasn't doing that, I think he would truly be a chef right now. He's good enough to be a chef. Tandy 1000 was my first computer. So Tandy 1000, I worked at Radio Shack. Tandy 1000 had special built-in graphics that was better than CGA. It was twice the resolution, but it needed special drivers. And also the sound, it was enhanced sound. So King's Quest was one of the first big games. You took that King's Quest floppy, you popped it in an IBM PC, it looked like crap, sounded like crap. Because the IBM didn't have sound cards, just the PC speaker. You put it in a Tandy 1000, holy cow, did it look amazing. But yeah, the Tandy 1000 was a legend, basically. Dual 5 1/4, happy with. Sometimes a little money spent is good. I just got that. I popped on to say howdy. We've headed out to the movies to see your tag. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Happy with Ivy. Sorry, Ivy. I didn't see your post. I just missed it. Well, enjoy. I'm glad for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. There's a little peach in the Everett. Alright, you're gonna head out to... Hey, Kirby, thanks. Let's catch up later. We can talk about those things we discussed. You can do a Google Hangout and more than one person can talk. Tim does that with gaming, but I'm not sure if that'll help you. That or Link. We could just, if we all have Link, whatever, but in Link you could do video. But Google Hangouts, you know what? I didn't even think of that, Ivy. Thanks for bringing that up. I know I have it on my phone and my tablet. I'm trying to think if you could do that directly from the web, because I know some things you can't do from one device versus another. In case you guys didn't know, Google, well, for me, they released Android messaging. So you can go to your computer, go to messages.android.com, and it'll bring up a 3D barcode, and you go into your phone texting from your phone. You take a picture, you say yes, allow, and now you can put your phone aside or whatever, and you can start texting from your computer, and it goes through your phone. That was awesome. I was waiting for something native to happen like that. This week you could do a hangout. Yes, King's Quest all day long. It was awesome. I still have my Radio Shack Color Computer 2. I actually modified that. Keeping in mind I was 14, and 14-year-olds can do anything now. But back then, this was 85, before 85. I desoldered all the memory from it, soldered in sockets, got a kit, what was it called? ODJB? I forget what it was called. I don't want to say ODB2, but you lift up pin 1 on all the legs, tag them with some bus wire onto a new chip you get. You took out the chip that came with the factory, but an aftermarket was like not a V20. I'm getting the IBM term screwed up. But then you could copy a floppy in one pass because it gave it 256K in memory back then. from the standard 64K. Happy with thanks, dude. Hey, got to have hey, David D. Thank you very much for joining again. I appreciate that. And again, happy with thank you, Ivy. I'm sorry, Ivy. Thank you for bringing up Google Hangouts. Maybe we'll set something up on that. Tim does it from. Okay, I got that. Hanging out. Hey, Food Porn Network. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again at some point. I haven't gotten any alerts for a lot of sites, and Food Porn Network, I'm subscribed and I have an alert buzzer, but I don't get alerted to your videos. Maybe you haven't put out anything in a little bit. Happy was headed out. Happy was good to see you again. It was happy was works too. It's all good. Oh, I started to say, so I have a new Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's and on Facebook, Mario's Domain. It was Mario, my name, but just Mario's MARIOS Domain DOMAIN, and you can find me on there. The links are in the description, so you can do that. You can check it out there. It's slow going to rebuild everything. I apologize, so you're not going to see updates constantly. Ooh, excuse me. Right now, here's a boogie boogie. Yeah, Kevin Flemish. Thank you, Kevin. I'm sorry. I apologize if you said something earlier. I had originally missed you, Ivy, and I want to say Jim I caught earlier. Kevin Ramesh. I swear there's someone who works on a company with your name. Thank you. Again, I appreciate that. So my Facebook page, what I plan to do is post all the videos that I normally do. However, on them I will also post my food making and the process. So it won't just be a repeat of videos. Some people don't go to YouTube or they like Facebook or one or the other, but that's what I'm gonna do. But I gotta be careful on Facebook to make sure I don't get banned again. You know, I hate having to repeat my work. Let me see. This still says only one watching. Let me see what the phone says. Still got 13 people on. This is great. Thank you. Probably hasn't upgraded yet. There's a little peach in it. Dan, I read that comment, but I wasn't sure what you were referring to. Went on a little tirade, so I did. 12 now. 12 now, Mr. Crasper. 12 now. Well, it's 7:30 here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12:30. It's 7:30 here. So I don't know if you meant 12 now or 12:30. You're just kind of roundabouts. Let's see. So then, Kevin Ramesh, thank you for subscribing. I haven't seen you comment or comment on any live videos, so be sure to check out my YouTube page. And please, suggestions, because someone says, hey, try this barbecue sauce, or try this. And I go out and I buy the sauces and the spices, and I give you sort of my little rundown. So you know, come join. You know, be sure to share your opinions on any of the food, or it's something you think I'd like to try. Oh, 12 now. Okay, I got you. Yeah, my phone said 15. No, now it says 12. Okay. And let me see. One other thing. 12. I don't know why. I bet if I exit out of the live stream from my tablet and go back in, it'll probably update me. Yeah. Why the tablet can't update is beyond me. It's not that difficult, Google. Usually you could swipe down and do an update, but it's not allowing me to do that. Whoops. I almost put somebody in timeout by accident. Might have been you, Jack. Almost. I was like, no, don't touch that. Alright. Alright, does anybody have anything to add? As I say this, I gotta wait at least 20 seconds so I know everybody heard it and has time to type. Because, oh, I left, that's probably cold now. I had some of that onion that tasted good, nice thick piece. I tell you, like I said, I'm not a big onion person, except if it's in like the sauces I make or whatever, but that was pretty good. I really want to make somebody a moderator, but it doesn't give me the option, and I'm annoyed by that. And I don't know how other people do it. It's got to be Simply, maybe it's just because I can't do it because I'm not monetized and I can't do it. I lose some of that feature. I'm waiting for YouTube to. Let's be frank. I just want to get this out of the way right now. Yes, I was monetized. No, I wasn't making a lot of money. So let's get that out. The only people who make money is like Street Speed 717, Sean from Think Media, you know, guys like that have 500,000 users. They make their living off YouTube, and not even because YouTube did something. I made my first air fryer video was 3 ways to cook fries. And in December, I made like, oh my God, I got $17, you know, hey! But now, the next month, the revenue for that, even though it was the same or more, got cut down. So YouTube changed the way they did things. So YouTube is taking away how people make a living. You know, that's from what I gathered, watching a lot of things. This isn't a moneymaker. I'm spending more than I can make it. I assure you that. On a deserted island, pick one movie, one meal, one beverage about a book for the rest of your life, so you have that like every meal. I'm the only one on that deserted island, and I'm not going to care what I look like. If I look like a 500-pound fat slob, it's going to be something greasy. As long as I have the meds with me to take it, you know. It's going to have bacon, it's going to have beef, it's going to have chicken, one beverage, that's hard. You gotta have water, you know, unless you have a way to purify the water out that's coming from the, you know, to get the salt and stuff, because you can't drink salt water. And one book. Okay, I'll keep that to myself. One movie. I don't know. Spaceballs was a pretty good movie. I don't know how many times I could even watch that. Wait a minute. One movie. Where am I getting the power of the parts to run this? If I'm on an island deserted and I have power and everything to do a movie, I should have a way to make a phone call. You could catch rainwater bucket or whatever. Yeah, I guess you could. I think it would still have some salt. And on a deserted island, anything that falls there is going to be clean water anyway, right? If you are monetized, I don't see what it's anyone's business if you are. No, I know. I just want to get that out of the way. Like I said, trust me, I'm doing the 2 giveaways. I bought that car camera that I'm giving away that has the front video and the rear is just a backup camera, it doesn't record. I think I paid $25 plus tax and shipping. The memory card I was using in it, I broke it. So I went out and I bought a memory card to give away with it. That cost me, I got it on sale, so, you know, I'm like $40 into it. But I'm giving it away, you know, it's like my appreciation. So any of the monies I may have got, I'm giving back. If someone decides to do a super chat and say, hey Mario, here's $5, guess what I'm going to do with that $5? I'm going to put it in a pot to do another giveaway. And that the mini 16-ounce crock pot, we bought 2 of them, and we don't need 2. I only want to buy 1. She wanted a second one. So I never opened it. It's still sealed in the box up there. I did open it to plug it in to make sure it heated up. I'm giving that away. And shipping is not going to be cheap. I'm probably going to pay $20 in shipping. That's okay. That doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Not that it doesn't bother me. If I wasn't, as long as I can recoup the cost later from the video, I'm not going to put it all back in. I don't think anyone begrudges you monetizing your channel. Yeah, you know, what do? You see videos, you know, you see little commercials, but to be honest, with me, my channel being small, you could skip them after 3 to 5 seconds, but those ones that have 500,000 subscribers, you know, those are the ones you're going to watch 15 seconds of video without stopping. I did it because I thought it was cool, and, you know, it gave me something to do, some fun, and I probably would have never been doing these videos as I have been if I hadn't bought the air fryer. So if I hadn't started working from home, I wouldn't have bought the air fryer. I don't remember if I bought the air fryer because I knew I was going to start working from home, or I bought it because it was the cool new thing. My brother says, hey, you should get an air fryer and do this. So actually, my younger brother's responsible for me, A, buying the air fryer, and B, making all his videos. He kind of says, you should do this. And I was like, all right. That's why I say, go check him out, GRUBDUDE. He does music too, so he's on SoundCloud. I think his name is 8-String Thing. So if you're looking for some music, whatever, go up there. Let's see how many this says are on now. Yeah, you got 10, so we're down a couple. That's okay. So if you haven't said anything on this chat, I'd like you to say something so I know you're there. There was a lot of people, and I'm going to start thanking Mr. Krasker, Jack, as always, Adam Eats. Glad to have you here today. The Knock Shift. I know you came on late yesterday or today, but not. I'm sorry, my last video. But thanks for coming in. Kirby's gone. But David D just left. Let's see what else. I know Food Porn Network, and I don't see her name. I know she joined. I'm pretty sure she joined. Dan Miser, of course. I was pretty sure I saw her name here. Jim Bill, thank you again. Jack, you know who I didn't see? I found in Kevin Lamish. Is I did not see Janet. Usually always pops on, and Mary Poppins. So they're not on today. But I could have swore I saw. Was it Carol? I'm thinking pop on, but the name is no longer on there. I thought she said hello. Unless I can't scroll up to the very top. Maybe that's why I can't see it. I swear there were more comments in this, and this thing is not allowing me to see all my. Now it is. Okay. It's just the way it showed up.
Can I have a plate?
Small.
Small.
All right. Well, that's all I got for you today. Again, thank you very much for joining me. I'll probably do that other bacon wrap, onion, burger, cheese thing yesterday, and I'll use my last bagel for that. So, as always, I don't have to say unplug your air fryer, folks. That'll be tomorrow because I didn't use it. I gotta go outside, clean, and cover my grill. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you know when I put out a video or if I'm going live. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Donna's mocking me over there. Mr. Kraska, same to you. Dan, thank you. And Meats, have a good evening yourself. And everybody else, Jack, again, Tavin.
I need a paper towel.
And I think, I haven't seen David, I think you're still out there somewhere. Saw you talk recently. And thank you very much. Take care, everyone. I really appreciate it.